Hi y'all, a pretty freaking sweet trailer dropped the other day. I was away in LA, so I really couldn't talk about it all that much, but now I really want to deep dive into this trailer and kind of make a new video, a video that I've never really kind of made before, one where I kind of really analyze a trailer frame by frame and really just dig through it and look at every single last piece of the trailer to kind of discuss it with y'all and see what it might be all about, and just kind of like put some theories out there and see what this game might be about. I don't really know much about it. This is Metaphor, and it was announced back in 2016, and we haven't heard like anything else about it, and it's been 7 frickin' years. But it's from the developers of Persona 3, 4, 5, SMT, Catherine, Digital Devil Saga, like all those great SMT games. And yeah, it is looking fan-freaking-tastic, and I really just want to talk all about it. So here I am, literally on the trailer. We're just going to be going through this step by step, scene by scene, and it begins with shots of the real world here, and it basically is saying, like, what if the real world is these people's utopia? What if the people, the characters that we see in this game right now, what if, like, their heaven, essentially, is Earth? What if all they really want to do is get to the real world, and they're stuck in kind of some sort of fantasy limbo world, and they're trying desperately to escape that and get to Earth? So that's different right here. It looks like here maybe we have some, like, ancient scriptures or something, and the scriptures are being torn in two. Oh, you know what? Let me go back. It's so hard to, like, catch every single tiny scene here, but there's another scene here. Okay, it's showing the real world meets fantasy here. You can kind of see some modern amenities here in the background. I think that might be like a train in the upper left-hand corner or something like that. So you can kind of see maybe these people are getting captured from Earth, from actual reality, and getting taken back into this fantasy world. Now, it says here, whoever hath truly gained the greatest faith of the citizenry. So we have religious themes here. Faith, religion, probably fighting against God, that sort of stuff. Whoever's truly earned the greatest faith of the citizenry, and then if you look, our hero as well as Mr. Pope Dude over here, they kind of have this glowing crystalline thing kind of on their forehead. It's reminding me a lot of kind of maybe like even Xenoblade 3. Remember how they had their lifespans kind of tattooed onto their body? Maybe these glowing crystals are showing like who has, you know, the most faith in God, or like the best citizens. And if you become like the best citizen that you possibly can be, you gain these glowing crystals, and it shows you know you're like the upper class. You're like better than everybody else who can't have these crystals right here. So this guy, he almost looks royalty. He has one too, kind of like between his little horns, or maybe it's a crown. I kind of think it's horns, but instead of, you know, going upright, they're kind of going horizontally right there. But he definitely looks like a king. He has this golden breastplate and saber and everything right there. And then it says, whoever has gotten this shall ascend to the throne. And it looks here like these citizens are actually getting it for the first time. Everybody there in the background doesn't have one, but these two characters here do. And then it seems like either this massive, like, Majora's Mask moon asteroid face looking thing, you can literally see like the 2 eyeballs and the nose in the middle. It looks like it's either giving the energy of these crystals, or it's sucking the energy from humanity into this massive, evil, black void asteroid thing. So maybe they've tricked the citizenry and they're basically saying, hey, You know, you need to have faith, you need to pray, you need to become the most godly citizen that you possibly can be, and whenever you do, you're going to get this crystal. But what it actually does is it might suck their lifeblood out of them into this evil asteroid. But they could also kind of tell the citizenry, like, hey, that's such an honor because you're getting sucked away into maybe the real world, maybe into reality. Maybe this is some sort of portal to an alternate dimension or something like that. It says they'll also ascend to the throne right there. So here we have something else about royalty and the throne. On the bottom it says, His Majesty was killed in his own bed. Then Russell here, who's probably the guy on the right, says over 10 years he's languished under this curse. How much longer can his body hold out? So I'm going to guess that this here is the prince. Doesn't look like a prince to me, it looks like a princess, but hey, whatever. I'm going to say that it's the prince because, I mean, number one, he's like laying on this stone and it has like this cross there. But number two, there's a scepter, there's a sword, and there's a crown right next to his head. So that's obvious symbols of royalty right there. And then the curse. You have these thorny purple briars surrounding his body. He's not dead, though. It says that his body has languished under this curse. How much longer can he hold out? So he's still alive, and they're kind of trying to find a way to break this curse right there. Oh, it went too fast. Let's go back. Here, you can see him kind of exploring the town, and there's a lot to unpack here. It tells you that we are in Royal Capital Grand Trad, and then a subsection of that called Sunshade Row, which looks to be a very lower class type of area. Then it shows that we do have a mini-map as well. Holla frickin' Lulia, love a mini-map. Also, this looks very European inspired, whereas Persona was, you know, very Japanese inspired. This looks incredibly European to me. Then over here, you can really see the Persona elements because we have times of day, if it's afternoon, morning, night, and we have which day of the week it is, and it's Flames Day. So yeah, it kind of gives me kind of some like Trials of Mana vibes, where you had like Salamando Day, but now it's like Flames Day, you know? Down here we have our hero, his HP, his MP, his job class, so we have a sword, as well as Seeker is his job class. I love a good job class. But interestingly, if you look at his photograph here, not only do you see the picture of the hero, but right next to him, kind of melded together, the picture of a demon or a persona or whatever it is you want to call it in this game. So I am guessing that each character can kind of fuse with a different persona or demon, and maybe those demons will give the various job classes. Will give him the Seeker job class right there. So I think that that's really neat. I love a good job class. Then here we have, still in Grand Trad, but this is some Lumeo Street, and it's still afternoon right now, so this is just a different section of the capital city. Looking at this architecture, it looks to me very Parisian, very French-inspired as well, and it also looks very kind of steampunky. You can see horses and carts and carriages and things like that, so you're not looking at automobiles, but you are looking at lampposts, and you are looking at him kind of riding around here. And I was thinking it was a hoverboard, but now looking at it, I kind of see a handle and a scabbard. So I'm thinking that he's actually like floating around on his sword, soaring on through on his sword, and using it kind of as a hoverboard. Then we have some conversation from the various NPCs, and it says, to think how this is how the royal family's bloodline dies out. First His Majesty the Prince, now even His Majesty, what has become of us? So I'm thinking that that's probably what sets this adventure in motion, is the royal family going underneath this curse, and you kind of trying to figure out how to cure this curse of theirs and save the royal family. Okay. Fate-saddled child, anguished traveler. This here is the hero, and maybe he's like getting that crystal in him. He's kind of glowing. Yeah, there he is. He also has like the artwork here. It reminds me a lot of Fire Emblem Engage. Just something about it. But instead of having like dual colored hair, he has dual colored eyeballs. Just kind of an interesting thing that I noticed there. You can see his dual colored eyeballs right there. One's light blue, one's kind of yellowish brown right there. And then this is probably his party. We have little elf girl, we have sidekick fairy, and we have the boy straight out of Persona 4, the golden. Like, he's giving me definite golden vibes. He's also giving me maybe like royalty vibes. If you look at his coat, he kind of has these like flounced sleeves and these epaulets going on, and his shoulders, and just the way that his ascot is right there. He just looks very, maybe he's like royal retainer or something along those lines. So yeah, and she looks to be like more like warrior protector and all that, and then you are the fate-saddled child. Just some random plucky child who, you know, fate put such a burden on that he is to go out and rescue the royal family. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, here we have a look at the world map. I wouldn't even so much call this a world map. I would basically say this is probably your fast travel map. You know, as you probably leave one of these regions, this map will open up and then you can like hop from point A to point B or whatever. But I think that something interesting here is that you can see weather effects. Each region has its own weather effects going on. And right now it's cloudy in all three regions. And I'm wondering what that might affect. The only thing I can think of, if you remember in Final Fantasy XII, when you had like a rainy season in some of the zones, and then various monsters came out during those rainy seasons, this might be the same thing. You know, you can encounter various monsters in various zones under various weather patterns. Okay, look at her. That's my Gauntlet Runner. So you're going to see here, this is overlooking the capital city, but I think in just a moment you're going to see what they call the Gauntlet Runner, which is really this thing. This thing's cool! So I thought at first that it was like a sand glider, but I watched this trailer like 10 times before I made this video. And I noticed that this thing isn't gliding, it's actually walking or running. It's running in the sand. There are legs there. So this is the Gauntlet Runner. Also, if you look down here, you can see some directional commands. If you hit left, it'll be your followers, which could very well be your party members. Up is save, to the right is calendar, down is requests, probably side quests. Then there's the traveler's voices that you can do as well. I'm guessing that that's going to be like party chat, you know? Being able to talk with your party members and see what they are all talking about. Your menu, your map, and then your royal virtues. I'm not entirely sure what the royal virtues are, but I'm sure that that has something to do with breaking that curse as well. And if you look, it's a different day. It's Water's Day. It was Flames Day earlier. Now it's Water's Day. And it even gives you the temperature. 24 degrees Celsius and sunny. So, yeah, I don't know what temperature has to do with anything, but who knows. This looks like a very, very involved game. Then this menu. Let me see if I can't go back and get a better shot of this. There we go. This menu. This menu looks cool AF. Like, for real. This thing looks freaking cool. You have your skills, your items, your equipment, and then it says Awaken Steel. I am guessing that that's probably your weapon, your party, your followers. Okay, so there's a difference between party and followers. Huh. I wonder if your followers are just like people that you recruit along the way, friends or something. Maybe the follower could be that fairy. Your various quests, the calendar, the journal, and then your system menu down here. And then there's money and magnetite. Magnetite was a kind of a defunct thing that they used in the very early Personas. And it was like the more magnetite you had, the better demons you could summon. It's been a minute since I've played those earlier Persona games, but from what I recall, it was like each demon used up a specific amount of magnetite, and if you didn't have enough for them, like you couldn't use them. So that's, I guess, a way to put a limit on the power of the demons that you're able to to capture or to utilize. So that's just an interesting mechanic right there. Okay, here we have more. We can really look at our party right here. If you look, we actually have 4 party members, and then the last one is your navigator, Gallica. So she might be the one who is driving the little sand glider or sand walker thing that we saw earlier. So we have Traveling Boy. I guess they don't want to give him a name here. They don't want to spoil his name. Then we have Strahl, who is the Persona 4 boy. Then we have Hulkenberg. Yeah, this is the elf girl. I've never seen an elf girl called Hulkenberg, like the Incredible Hulk. Like, what? Reminds me of, like, Breaking Bad. Like, I don't know. And then Haizme, that weirdo-looking creature thing right there. You can also see that each party member has an own associated demon next to them, and if you look, they each also have different job classes, and each job class has its own different rank. So the Seeker's mastered, the Warrior is mastered, the Knight is mastered, the Thief's rank is 15 out of 20, so it's not yet mastered. But something tells me as you go through the game and you capture more demons, then you're going to get access to more job classes, and then you're going to rank them up. I love a good job class. I love a freaking good job class. I can't say enough good things about a good job class. Down here it says archetype details. So I'm wondering if instead of calling these job classes, these are now called archetypes instead in this various game. I'm probably still going to call them job classes just because I'm old and crotchety and it is what it is. But then you can look at a picture of your demon here, or whoever demon this is. This looks to me like this is either the Warrior or the Seeker's demon. Probably the Seeker's because he's highlighted right there, and you can see his sword right there along with that sword there. I just think that's a really cool looking demon. Looks like a Mechon or something from Xenoblade. Then it tells you some details right here. Learns a wide array of versatile skills including wind magic, single target healing, and attacking buffs. So I guess that's what the Seeker does. It makes sense for a Seeker to do that, or have a array of versatile skills. I mean, that's like a hero job class essentially right there. Okay, here we go. More glowing eyes. He's the chosen child after all. Okay, here we have the battle system. You know what? One thing about Persona that I've always kind of been about is just how dark it always is. But these graphics are beautiful, and the enemies are bright and colorful and vibrant, and I love it. And you can look here and you can see that you can change your job classes around because now the job classes are different. We have a fighter job class right here, and earlier that fighter job class was, let's see if I can see, the fighter job class was Warrior. So it has changed. So he's changed his job class around right there. Let's go back to that scene here. Okay. So we can look at our job classes. We can also look at the various commands. The archetype, call power. So that's going to be calling down your demon and using their power. Probably magic. If this is anything like Persona, that's the way that you're going to be casting your spells. You can go ahead and attack right here with your weapons, use items, you can guard. Synthesis, team up. Probably team attacks, dual attacks like Chrono Trigger. That's nice. And then pass your turn, like a baton pass in Persona. And also, just like Persona, you see these little doohickeys up here, these little asterisks or stars or whatever? The press turn battle system is back! Woohoo! I love the press turn battle system. I think it is absolutely fantastic. It is the one great redeeming quality of the Persona series. I could say a lot of things about Persona, but I can't knock the battle system. I think it's one of the best battle systems ever created. I love the press turn battle system. But then, interestingly, over here, it has retry. You can turn back the clock. You can go back and maybe rewind. Like if you made a mistake, you can rewind a couple of turns and try to do things over. So that's really nice. Then if you go into synthesis, I said that this was kind of magic, I suppose. And this is all the various spells that you can do. Medium light damage, it costs 4 MP, and it costs 2 press turns. And then it tells you what each other one does, how much MP they cost, and how many press turns they also take up, it looks like to me. So that's kind of cool. You have your wind damage spells right here. It looks like these are maybe your buffing spells right there. Physical damage, holy damage right there. Just really neat. I like it. I like it a lot. Some more battle system, fantasy drama. And then here we have that same kingly royalty person that we saw earlier with the horns that are going horizontally and the little crystal in front of him. And then these might be your followers. So we had party members and followers, and this thing goes so quickly it's hard to see. But maybe this is where like bonding events happen with these various people. And if you would be a true king, then I bid thee prevail. So maybe he is trying to become the king here. Maybe that's what this journey is all about. Maybe he is actually royalty as well. Maybe he's a part of royalty that hasn't yet fallen under the curse. We have a bunny girl here, a very pink bunny girl. Very interesting right there. Then this girl here with 3 eyeballs. That's fascinating. Okay, whatever. Okay, then you can see that a new bond has been created. So again, just like in Persona, we have bonding events right here. It went so fast, but you can look, if we go back slowly, there it is, okay. So it says rank 1 bonding with Ifa. Yufa, I don't know what. And there's 8 actual ranks of bonding with each of your followers there. And more than likely, as you get more ranks up and everything, then you'll be able to unlock more followers and get new skills and recruit new demons. And here you can really see him riding on that sword. I don't know what he's riding on. It looks like a spaceship. Like he's so close up to the moon or something. And he's riding on his sword. Like, that's cool. I love like the fast travel in this game, the way that they did it. And then here, riding along in this Sandwalker thing, it reminds me a lot of like Scars of Arcadia, just kind of hanging around on the ship and talking about stuff and everything. Like, it's so cool. So he sees a strange light shining in the sky. The way it's written, I feel like this light is meant to be the key to the new world or something, meaning, you know, our world, Earth. That's the new world. Oh, I see. Gallica is the fairy. So Navi, navigator, fairy, Gallica. Got it. Okay. I'm making connections. Watched this trailer a million times and never actually made that connection before. But the fairy is this girl, Gallica, and she is the navigator right there. Okay. Moving right along. We have kind of like this fiery pit area. Super freaking cool right there. Oh, this must be the battle results screen. Oh my gosh, look. He's like a samurai warrior. This weirdo looking, I don't know what to call him. Just like a bat, like a bat creature meets a bunny rabbit or something. But after each battle, it looks like you get regular experience. You get archetype experience as well, A experience, and then more magatite there for your demon summoning, I suppose. That's kind of neat. Is that a human? Oh, maybe he's transcending. That could be that crystal that was kind of on your forehead earlier. Oh, it turned into a heart. And it went into him, and he's glowing and all that. And now we get to see some more animated cutscenes. There's that triple-eyed girl before. There's everybody else. Gosh, he looks so creepy. He looks so freaking creepy. Look at their ears. Like her ears and this guy's ears and his weirdo-looking head, too. Very, very creepy characters. It's very Persona-inspired, as you can see. Like, look at this demon. This four-armed Shiva-esque demon here. Oh, there's Mr. Pope drawing his sword. He doesn't have his crystals now. Oh, there's Pink Girl and some other person right there. Huh, interesting. I'm hitting all sorts of buttons. Okay, this is Academia. And again, you have this four-armed thing, four-legged thing It says you've acquired an interesting power. I'm wondering if this is kind of like the Shrine of Dharma, because you can come in here and you can learn different archetypes. You can inherit skills, you could do Seeker's research, listen to lectures, all that kind of stuff. So I'm wondering if you have to come into academia in order to change your archetype, to change your job class, to fuse demons, or whatever it is that they have you do here. This here, to me, looks like the bonding events that we have seen. Again, I'm just guessing that with each bonding event, you gain like a different attribute: courage, wisdom, tolerance, eloquence, or imagination. And as you get more of these attributes, then you're going to unlock more in future job classes there. I love this. Okay, yeah, just more menu scenes right here. This is, it's so freaking cool. She has some kind of growth on her arm right there. I don't know what's going on. The truth of the humans is laid bare. Look at this. There's a 4-eyed demon with this like tongue coming out. Oh my god. But it's like coming out of like a flower, like a Rafflesia flower or something. This is just, this is insane. Okay, here. You can see again the press turn system, and you can see these 2 red press turns and then kind of a half press turn, and they're using a ripping claw here ability, and it looks like they're getting an extra turn here, and unfortunately looks like our little Persona 4 dude, the Trickster, has died. Also, new job classes: Ninja, Paladin, Trickster, Soul Hacker. Yeah, a Soul Hacker. Wow, yeah, that's not Persona inspired at all. You can see the critical hit happening right there, gaining that extra press turn with that critical hit too. Doing more skills and abilities and hits here. The Mirror of Reality. The Mirror of Reality. And then here this cat has this infinity symbol right there as well. I wonder if that has any, maybe it's talking about the dual reality together, and that's why it's like an infinite reality or something. Just, this game just looks so, this game looks killer. Absolutely killer. It just looks sick. Oh, here's that girl. She's like straight out of the 70s show. Like, I don't know what's going on with her. Just another one of your followers and all that. Oh, gosh. Oh, you know what? There was another scene that went by that I wanted to talk about, if I can grab it. There! Go back to the scene. Go back to the scene. There it is. Okay. So again, earlier I talked about a scene where it was fusing fantasy and reality. Over here, you can see it so much nicer because there are skyscrapers over here, and then down here you can literally see cars. You can see cars, so you can see Earth as well as the world of metaphor here as well. They're kind of 2 in 1, and they're kind of on the cusp of each other. And gosh, this game looks good. Gosh, it looks frickin' good. I cannot wait for it. I'm like really super excited about this game, guys. I really am. Like, this one just looks off the chain, just off the frickin' chain. And again, I've never done a video like this before where I've kind of analyzed a trailer frame by frame and really broken it down and just discussed it with y'all and just looked at what there was to look at and just kind of think about it out loud, just kind of, you know, train of thought going on through it. So let me know what you think about this video that I did here. Let me know what you think about Metaphor as well, because gosh, it looks so good. This is like my most anticipated game of next year, along with, you know, probably like Final Fantasy VII Remake 2. But yeah, looks so good. Let me know what you guys think, and as always, have a good day.